Makes Monsters.
Hello everyone, welcome to Matt Makes Monsters. My name is Matt, and it is my intention to make some monsters. So, I used to have a channel called Matt Makes Monsters back in 2020, and on that channel I used to make all kinds of cool monsters, and they were all 2D, and I really enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Just this last year, I got together with one of my good friends, Skylar Greencorn, and we created Maelstrom Makers, which is a artist collective that we're hoping to grow and expand upon. And we're gonna make some monsters. We're doing 3D prints, we're doing 2D prints, we're creating all kinds of interesting, cool stuff. We've got big plans, and we really want to see what's gonna become of them. So Matt Makes Monsters is now under the Maelstrom Makers brand. I have a show, obviously, it's this one, Matt Makes Monsters, and Skylar also has a show called Laboratory. In that, he makes a bunch of 3D sculpted monsters, and you can watch him do it over a time lapse while he explains some stuff and does some fun facts. Basically what I'm doing here, just in 3D. So what my big concept is for going forward is I want to do a bunch of different shows on Matt Makes Monsters, and to start off with, I'm going to do a little thing that's sort of inspired by something I saw on TikTok. It's Adventures in Ardia, and it's a show called Roll for Sandwich, and I am going to roll for monster. I'm calling it Randomonster, and I just really like the idea of putting a list of different base creatures, different features, different time periods, different genres, and just seeing what fate delivers me, and if I can put it together into something cohesive. There are definitely parts of this show where I'm like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I managed to pull it together. I think you tell me. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just get down to it. Here is the very first episode of Maelstrom Makers, Matt Makes Monsters, Randomonster. Let's go. All right, let's get rolling. So first roll is a 4, upside down. Great, that's awesome. That's great. 4. So that would be undead. All right. So we have to re-roll the base, and the base is 7, which is angel, an undead angel. That's weird. That is a weird thing to get on the very first episode. That's all right. So let's roll for features. We got 1, and that is elemental. Oh, okay. All right. Let's roll that, and that's a 3 for water. An undead angel water elemental. Oh, okay. Well, let's pick a genre here. So that's a 6. So that's sci-fi. Okay, and let's pick a time period. Let's go for it, and we get a 5. Another upside. Hey, they're all upside down. That's okay. Future sci-fi. A little boring, but that's okay. We'll make it work. And now for the twist, and the twist is 13. Blind color it. Okay. We're going to have to get into that. I'll show you what blind coloring is when we get there. So let's just get started. Wow. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to... I've kind of got a good idea on how I want him to be in a suit, but the suit is sort of made out of water instead of glass. And it's sort of encasing his undead form underneath. So there'll be bubbles and stuff around him. And then on top of that, there will be this sci-fi armor shell that will be in pieces that will sort of float on top of the water. So sort of grant him, I don't know, extra juice for his sci-fi-ness. So I'm gonna give him a little halo that floats above. I'm gonna give him a sword. I'm gonna give him some water wings. It's at this point where I realized that he looks like a beekeeper. The halo makes him look like a beekeeper. This is fine. It's fine. He doesn't look that much like a beekeeper. He's just a little bit, and that goes away as I keep adding detail. So this is the point where I go in and I grayscale him up, and I just add value to him, and I'll add the highlights and the shadows, and we will put in like where the lights are in his suit, and we'll do a little bit of reflection from the sword, and we'll give some nice shinies on the water, and I'll put a white layer over top of the water to make it look more watery. All right, so it's at this point that we're going to talk about blind coloring. So what is blind coloring? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to go in and you're going to pick a bunch of colors, and you're going to color random colors in grayscale. So I don't know what I'm coloring. I'm just going to be sort of basing it on what I guessed. So the way to do that on my iPad is you go into accessibility, and then you go into display and text size. Yes, it took me a long time to find that. It's fine. I got it. And then you go to color filters, and you turn it on, and it defaults to grayscale. So it turns my iPad, where I do all of this work, grayscale, and there we go. Those are some colors I put in before, and now they're all grayscale. As you can see, I did it right here. Now I had to, when the video exports, it exports in color, so I turned it into grayscale just for you guys, so you could experience what I experienced while I was coloring it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very pleased with how it turned out. It could have turned out a lot worse. So you're gonna see in a minute. I probably would have picked something a little more blue for the water, but it turned out like I was actually coloring it. It actually probably turned out better than if I was actually picking the colors myself, as you can see. So it's a little slimy. It's a little more slimy than I would have liked. I probably wouldn't have picked the purple and the blue, but that's okay. I think it turned out all right. And there you go. Thanks everybody for joining me today. I hope you liked that. That was a lot of fun for me. If you want to see a bigger version of this particular guy, you can see it in our social media, which is listed below. We also have a store on My Mini Factory, which has a bunch of our 3D sculpts. Yes, I also 3D sculpt, and maybe a part of Matt Makes Monsters will be a sculpting thing at some point. But for right now, if you want to just go check it out, you can also see it in the link below. We are just getting started here at Maelstrom Makers, and we're very excited for the future. We've got big plans. We've got live streams planned. We've got Patreon. We've got all kinds of things. But we are currently in the process of revealing our first set of miniatures for gaming. It is the Corrupted Hive. Ooh. So as you can see, yeah, there's a little promo art that we did, and it is currently being revealed over the next few weeks on our store. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. I would really appreciate if you guys could give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe would be amazing. We've got a lot of big plans ahead, and we can't wait to see you. So thank you everybody, and take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.